One of the things you want to make sure you do is to avoid plagiarizing, which is illegally stealing information or reusing someone's information without giving them credit. And so we have some tools that help you to cite people when it's appropriate to do that. And we'll go through 3 things that you'll want. The very first one is that from the main library page, there's something called citation style guides. And if you click that, it will tell you that there are a number of different styles that are used. The Chicago style, the MLA style, the APA style, the CSE style for biology. And each of them has its own rules about the order in which the author comes and the page numbers and the commas and colons and where the year shows up. They're just different styles. So once you know which style you need to use, each one of them will have something called the Purdue OWL style guide. So let's just look at the one for MLA, Purdue OWL right here. And this says if you're using MLA and you're looking for something that happens to be from a periodical in this case, this is the order in which things go. And here's some examples of typical citations to articles that you've used and want to reference back to. There's things for newspapers and review articles as well. Okay? But the important thing here is that if you go to the citation style page, you'll find the appropriate style for what you need to use. Now, another thing that you would want to be able to do is, instead of just knowing the style guide itself, you're going to want to know the rules about plagiarism. So if we go back to student help and videos, right in the center toolkit, there's a page about plagiarism. And so here what it says is, what can you do and can't you do and should you do and shouldn't you do? What you should do is give credit to people for their ideas. If it's common knowledge or your own idea, that's fine. But if it's something that you've read someone else said, something that you've watched someone else say, something you've heard on a website or a company page, you need to give credit to that. And so you would, again, use those style manuals. And you could either exactly quote it, or you can paraphrase it, which is put it in your own words, or you can completely rewrite it so it sounds like you. But it doesn't matter what you do, you still need to actually give credit to where they came from. And so we actually have more information down at the bottom of this page on a plagiarism tutorial with a little bit more details. Okay. But what we've seen now is that there are ways to cite in styles, and then within help, there's something to talk about how to avoid doing plagiarism. Okay. The last thing to think about now is there's going to be a lot of information flying by, and you're going to want to be able to organize it rather than just keep PDFs on your desktop if that's what you do. So we have a tool called Zotero. And Zotero actually allows you to capture information. So here's an example. This is the Zotero software. And within this, I've been able to, for a number of subject areas, each folder here on the left is a subject, and sometimes even sub-disciplines within the subject. So let's just say I had a project called nuclear energy, and I'm looking at it from the economic, political, religious, and technical points of view. From the political point of view, these articles I have captured from the web page or from a database, and then I have them here, and it allows me to actually go back and search and find any of these things by keyword, and it also allows me then to link them into a paper that I'm writing. So if I'm in the middle of writing a paper and I can go to Zotero and I can add a citation, and then I can build a bibliography automatically from the data that's been captured in my Zotero. Right? So that's the trick of being able to first know that you need to cite, to know how to avoid plagiarism by citing when it's appropriate, and to use Zotero to actually capture the information and allow you to embed the citations in the right style manual right into the paper that you're writing. So these are ways to capture, organize, and repurpose legally and ethically information using a set of tools that we provide. If you need more information, contact the subject librarian.